Hey everyone, and welcome back to another layout update. As you can see, not a whole lot has changed on the railroad, but ideas have come up, and I have been thinking about a lot of things and developing some things for the future. One of the things you may notice track-wise is I actually have all the 048 that I need for the layout. I have the stuff that I got very recently here. I got that all for super cheap. And then I have some of my existing 048, which is in the track plan. So I'm basically 3/4 of the way there when it comes to curved track. But I do need some more 060. And I have actually found some more pieces for cheap. But I'm just going to build up that collection until I can finally get the final track in and redo the benchwork here, or the wood, so that it's not all cobbled together like this. I've been doing some minor scratch building and improvements to things that I have. I made this little bus shelter with a lamp. Just a fun little scratch build I thought would be good for my layout. You may notice these plastic buildings. I actually got pretty much a whole big cardboard box of these for free at a train show. There's at the DuPage, Illinois County train show, which happens maybe monthly. If you're in the area, check that out. They have an awesome selection of stuff. We try to make sure to go there maybe every year or so. But the last few times I've been there, I've been getting into Plasticville, and there's a lady there who sells Plasticville. She's a very nice person, and she gives you great deals on things. But since I've been a patron of hers for a while, she just said, you know what, like, have these boxes of pre-glued buildings because Plasticville collectors generally don't want them. So, of course, I couldn't pass up on that offer. So now I have maybe 20 more buildings, which is pretty crazy. This should really help with the layout. And already I've gone in and done some minor detailing to these, just giving them appropriate colored washes to bring them down a little, make them realistic. I'll do further detailing and maybe try to make them a little more believable and realistic. But yeah, that is super helpful, and there's a whole bunch of unique buildings that I don't have yet in that collection, so I could always use more of those. I've also got some additions to my bus fleet. I have another older bus here. I repainted the bottom of it, or the body of it, so it matched my other one, but I'm yet to repaint the roof because the colors are slightly different, and that bugs me a little, so I'll have a couple matching older buses for when I'm running things of that period. I have some coach buses there. I think Bob's Workshop has a few of those, but I just took the stickers off of them, and they're just going to look like that for a long time. And then I got a Greyhound over there, which is a Buddy L. You can't really see it, but you'll be able to see it up close in a minute. At the same train show, I've picked up a whole bunch of telephone poles. These are just the least of it. I have a few of them scattered around the layout, and they're going to be a mainstay of my catenary system, so I'll definitely talk about that more in a minute. Moving on over here, you can actually see that little bus that I got. I like it because it's actually tin or maybe aluminum, I'm not sure, but it actually has a metallic finish, and I've always wanted a Greyhound for the layout. But I'm going to be going over sort of my catenary system, or the ideas I have. I've done this a lot, and this is not exactly the final solution, especially this part, but it involves the telephone poles on each side, a cross beam, and supports for it, and whatever is going to drop the wires, and the actual catenary line is going to be on top of the cross beam. It's going to swoop down and then go back up with the droppers. If you know things about catenary structures, you might kind of understand what I'm saying, but I'm not a full expert. I just kind of get the general engineering idea of it. I don't know all the technical terms, but then the contact wire here. Of course, I need to just keep that steady, and I have a little doodle of a New Haven locomotive, which I have gotten a shell for the New Haven. I'll probably... It's beat up, but I could probably just try to patch up this paint job with some spray paint and try to make it look good. Because unlike the Pennsylvania, the New Haven actually had EP5, so I'll swap out that shell on occasion. But yeah, that's a little bit of an interesting thing. Moving to the actual plan for the catenary wires. I took a walk down to the hardware store, which is really nice to have one within walking distance. And I picked up some materials. This spool of very stiff wire. This is 19 gauge galvanized. And this should work fine. I mean, it's maybe a little bigger than scale, or maybe it's not, I'm not sure, but I care less about scale and I care more about being able to work with it, and this I'll be able to work with. It's also probably good enough for my trolley pulls, which I would love to run my trolley or any other streetcars that I get on my main loop. But if it doesn't work out, then I can just design something specifically for trolley pulls in the city. In terms of dropping the wire, the original plan was to have a piece of metal and bend it, but I've ended up just getting these little hooks, cup hooks as they're called. They're brass. I probably should not have any problem soldering that. I'll look up how to solder stuff like that. And I have these thumbtacks, which you might think, what the hell are you doing with these? These are going to be, at least cosmetically, little insulators. I'll just paint them brown and do a little more research and see where I put these in relation to everything else. And like I said, this is the contact wire. These are insulators, and these are going to be the droppers on the structures. These aluminum rods, which are hollow so that they're easier to cut through and easier to work with, are going to be the crossbar. I originally planned on using balsa wood strips. Actually, I don't think these are balsa wood. They might be basswood. They're a little stronger than balsa wood, but or it might even be a mix. But I was originally planning on using these, but this is much sturdier. These will probably play a part in the system, probably for the supports here and maybe other applications. But I'm glad to have this stuff. It's not that expensive to get some aluminum strips. Then here, or aluminum pipe, I guess. Technically it's pipe. I have these brass strips, which should actually be perfect for the droppers. They're a little wide, but I can cut them down. And they should be stiff enough to kind of keep the wire stable when the pantographs are in tension with it. And these will be between the catenary wire and the contact wire. So hopefully I know what I'm doing here. I mean, these aren't going to be permanently set up on the layout because I haven't even gotten the bench work down and permanent, but I do have some testing ideas. I've been experimenting with this piece of fast track nailed to a scrap piece of board, and this will definitely be my guinea pig for the catenary system. I'm sorry the lighting is horrible. I don't have sufficient lighting right here. This should be enough to get me started. I really only ended up spending maybe like $30 on all of the equipment here, which is a small price to pay for knowing what I'm doing and being able to experiment and have some fun. It's going to be a lot of soldering for sure, a lot of finicky stuff. I'm going to have to get pretty good at soldering before I can make this the least bit functional, but yeah, this is my plan. I can assure you it's going to be a great day when I not only have the track up, but I have an entire catenary system up and running, which it's not going to be powered, it's going to be dead, but just cosmetic. And I mean, I could power it if I wanted to, but I just want to do the third rail because that's easier. And well, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for sticking through this video. A lot of technical things that I've talked about. If you picked up on any of it, tell me what you think. If you're an expert on catenary stuff, again, your input would be incredibly valuable to me if you want to point out something that I could be doing better or a material that would work that is accessible and inexpensive for me to use for some of these components. I would very much appreciate your contribution. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.